Hey everyone, so I'm here with Ian Houston, and we are out here taking his 2-day pistol class, the American Defensive Pistol. And you know, I've had the opportunity to take training in a lot of places. I know you've been to a lot of places, and the biggest thing I've been looking for is there's a lot of places that teach you how to shoot, but there are very few places that teach you how to fight, and that's one of the main reasons I wanted to come and train here. You know, so in your idea, what was your goal in creating this pistol course?
So I helped develop the curriculum for the course, and what I wanted everyone to experience is you come to the course, whether you have zero experience, which we had several of today, to well-seasoned fighters or whoever you are, and try to have you have an experience that's not like nothing else that you've ever gotten anywhere else. I spent a lot of time doing weird little training deals in the military. I spent time going to training classes at other schools around, and there really wasn't a whole lot that I found out there that was like vastly different from the other stuff, except for tactical response, which was it still is an amazing school. So what I wanted to do was ensure that when people came, that they would learn how to fight with a gun and employ that firearm in a environment that is, I hesitate to say dynamic, but a dynamic environment, meaning that there's a lot of stuff going on around you that you have to think. I want people to come here, and I want them to be leaders of men, and if you are not going to do that, or you can't, be a leader of yourself. And I want you to start that idea to be a thinker and a fighter in the warrior mindset. And that's what we're kind of teaching here. So,
yeah, and I think that's the biggest thing that I pulled away from this class. Again, being a place where you learn how to fight as opposed to just how to shoot, is that warrior's mindset. The idea that, you know, you're never out of the fight. There's always another option. There's always another way to attack a situation. You know, don't give up. A lot of people, when something goes wrong or their gun jams, they just want to stop because all they've ever done is train on a square range where your gun jams. Okay, I'm going to raise my hand, and the instructor is going to come over and they're going to hold my hand through the situation, and that doesn't set you up for success in the real world. So I think that was my big takeaway. So if someone wanted to take this course, what kind of stuff should they bring?
So I think we have a list on our website for when you come to check it out. I have a video on my channel, the Haas USMC, on YouTube, about range kits for what you should bring to the range. So which is vastly more than what we suggest you bring, but you need to have a functioning modern pistol, not a revolver, and you need to have at the very least 3 magazines. I highly suggest that you have 6 or more magazines with you. Makes it a lot easier on your thumbs loading mags all day.
Yeah.
1,000 rounds of ammunition and an open mind.
Yeah, that's a big one. You know, a lot of people who train in other places, they're like, well, this is the one way to do it. Yeah.
Well, this is not the one. We're not the one way to do it. Right. We're just a way to do it. A way that I've looked at all the different things that I've ever been taught and thought, okay, this is what I believe, and I'm going to try to teach this to people.
Yeah.
And if they take away something from it, that's awesome. I think the last and most important thing is that you check your ego at the door. The most valuable lessons that I've learned are by failing in classes that I've taken. I'll tell you about one real quick instance. I was in a force-on-force class, and I was in a bank, and some bank robbers came in, and I made the wrong choice, and I ended up getting shot and killed, you know, in the course, and everybody else got shot and killed as well. And it made me so painful inside. And it wasn't because I was like, oh, you know, my pride is hurt, but like, oh man, all those people died because I made the wrong decision. Man, it hurt me it was all day, all night. You could ask all the people there. I was all depressed all night. And the next day I came in and I was like, today I'm gonna just mess stuff up. I'm just gonna do the right thing every time and be like the best that I can be. And that second day of class, we can ask the people that were there, but it was pretty crazy. So I can't really talk about what was happening in the class because it's a scenario-based class, but it's that's the point. Is you want a place to fail in a safe environment where you can learn from it, and that's the key. If you come in here when you think that you're the best thing that ever happened and that we can't teach you anything, then why are you here?
Well, I mean, thankfully I'm already perfect, so I didn't have to worry about it coming in.
What I really want for you guys to do is to come, if you come to our classes, is to set you up for success in your life. And the first time that you are in a deadly force encounter, it shouldn't be without having been in a similar situation in training, so that that stress that's applied to you is not a surprise when you are in a deadly force encounter somewhere out in the world. That's about it.
I highly recommend this class, being someone who's finally been a participant. Like you were saying, tactical response was a huge influence, but for those of us who live in the Northwest, going to Tennessee once, twice, or really even once a year isn't always feasible. So to have an option like that here in the Northwest was huge for me. So I was really excited to hear that the school was opening up. So I highly recommend, if Tennessee's always seemed too far away, right here in Oregon, it's a great location, easily accessible from major metropolitan areas.
We give credit where credit's due. We've learned a lot from a lot of guys. James Yeager, Tactical Response, Clint Smith at Thunder Ranch, Jeff Cooper. We've learned a lot of stuff from these guys. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We only have so many fingers and hands and stuff like that, and you can only hold a gun so many ways. That's correct. So we're not reinventing the wheel with that type of stuff, but what we're doing in the situations and the scenarios that we set up here, it's going to push you to a direction to make you think about things in a real world setting. So we do depart from the other things that are at these other places. So
Absolutely.
I work in logistics for a logistics broker, so customer service. Well, I believe that as a concealed carry permit holder, I have a moral imperative to learn these skills and learn how to defend myself and my family properly and safely and effectively. I would say it exceeded my expectations. It's kind of hard to know what to expect when you're going into something you haven't done. So, favorite part was just the process of developing a warrior mindset and the mindset to survive. I would absolutely recommend this class to anyone that is considering getting a CHL or just wants to learn how to fight with a pistol. I would say Haas and Josh are great. I think their styles really complement each other, kind of like the yin and the yang. So.
I'm a strength and conditioning coach, personal trainer, and professional MMA fighter. The reason I wanted to take this class is because I feel like as a CHL holder, as a responsible citizen, these are skills that you need to have. I'm honestly surprised that this isn't something that's required in order to be able to have a concealed carry. And so I think it's kind of a responsibility. These are very important skills to have if you are going to be carrying a weapon. I would say that the class went above and beyond my expectations. I was expecting to learn skills, defensive maneuvers, basic skills that you would need to know. I was not prepared to be put into high pressure situations, to have adrenaline running high and still be required to think and able to perform in those situations. My favorite part of this class would definitely be the situations that we were thrown into. Points where there's some gray area, there's some thinking, there's a lot more required than you more so than just going through the motions and shooting targets. I would say I think that this class should be imperative for anyone that's going to be carrying a weapon.
But I want to say huge thanks to Spartan Training Concepts. I'm definitely going to be taking as many classes as I possibly can. I had a great time, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Hey, check us out, SpartanTrainingConcepts.com.
Y'all ready for this?
Dun 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 dun.